Wait a minute, weren't we here before? Yeah. So I got drunk last night, and I decided that I was going to fix this thing the right way. Uh, I actually found a couple little tricks that would help TeamViewer work under Windows XP, even though it's actually supposed to work. So I said, you know what? Because I twiddled with a number of settings and shit like that, let me just re-image it one more time, and that's it. So let me get that in and boot it back up. We got to resize the partition, all the other bullshit we did before, and then we could be back into Windows. Okay, here is my cheat sheet. They say you have to install IP version 6, so we'll copy that. I'm going to run a command line, and we'll paste that. I don't think it needs to be elevated per se. I think it just works. It's certainly doing something. And it just says OK, so we'll exit that. And then these are the settings in the program. I need to update it now to version 14. It wants me to close it first. Okay, I thought it would have done that itself. Exit. Oh, come on. There, now it's going. Okay. And let that do its thing. Okay, allegedly that's done. I don't know if I should reboot or like wait or something, so let me see what I want to do. Okay, it came up by itself. We'll hit extras, options. Under general, we'll make sure that incoming LAN is deactivated, and that should be it. So if I close that and close that, I can now delete these theoretically. Yeah. Doesn't belong there, that goes there. Let me see if I can remote in. Ah, good old CRT flicker. Here it is. If I double click it, it says connecting. Now we have to wait. It may or may not work the first try. It just... TeamViewer sucks. And they won't fix it, and it's free. And it wants a fucking password. Great. Got it! There it is. There's the machine configured for remote access, up and running. Fucking gorgeous. Is it slow? You're damn right it's slow. I mean, I'm using a Pentium 4, like 2 gigahertz over here as it is. Run this cleanup program, and we're going to have it scrub the drive for all kinds of shit in the disk cleanup thing. And then we run the cleanup program, so we'll hit that. And that should launch. It did click it. Yeah, it's going. And I can close that. Gorgeous. Perfect. That's all done. We'll hit yes. Let that delete all of its crap. And then we'll run cleanup as soon as that clears. There we go. Close that. Nope. Beautiful. And I think I'll defragment the drive while I'm at it. So we'll go here, right click, properties, go over to tools, and defragment. And that should launch someday. Here he is. And that is the only drive, so we'll analyze it and defragment it. While we're waiting for that, here's the old supply that was in it. I guess I could blow it out with the air. You can hear it. You can hear the noise. Yeah, I don't know. I kind of want to open it just to inspect anyway, which I might do. But we can certainly oil this. Let's turn it on first. I have my little jumper in. Give it some power and turn it on. Nice. Okay, so we know this thing is locked up. Interestingly enough, I never peeled that. That was like that. Oh, okay, that was like kind of loose. It's loosey-goosey. So we have that. Oh, blue can. Put the blue can. Soak that fucker in oil. Apparently don't have any. Get the little something out of there. And we'll seal it back up. I'm not going to do anything else. I'm not even going to turn it. There you go. That's how you oil the fan in your power supply. Gorgeous. That just worked. Well, let's open it up, take a look anyways. Alright, we're in. That capacitor down there, and I really don't want to touch anything in here because everything is pretty, shall we say, charged. That's nice. That capacitor looks a little possibly questionable. This one also looks a little questionable, but I think okay. I mean, quite honestly, this supply does not have many hours on it. So it looks like we're in good shape. I'll blow it out with some compressed air, and look at that fan spin. That one's fixed. Oh, and right on time. That's done. That's done. Okay, now, some last minute things here. I'll blow this out with air while I'm turning the compressor on. Might as well. I'm not going to re-image it. And the reason why is because I had to grow the partition out to the full size of this drive, because this is now a 40 gig instead of a 20 gig drive. The problem with the images are that if I re-image this, this machine is always going to require a 40 gig drive or higher for me to reinstall. I don't need 40 gig in here. I don't need 20 gig in here. 10 gig is really enough, but you know, 20 was fine. I don't have any more 20 gig drives. That's not to say there won't be any in the future. There's certainly a possibility. Does anybody have any old hard drives they want to send Uncle Jay? You know, I mean, help the channel out. That's it. If you have old junk that you don't need, you know, Uncle Jay might be able to use it. Oh, I'm sorry. So I'm not going to re-image this because I don't want to force myself into that. I may end up with this drive dying and come across a 30 gig drive, and that'll do even better because I don't need that kind of space. So everything's all set. I know what to do, especially now that it's documented, in the event this thing craps out again. And we're good. So let me just clean everything up here and put her back in service. Just because I can. Apparently this uses about 3.6, 3.7 watts off. That's great because it's never off. And on, wow, look at that, folks. It's using about 50 watts. About 50 watts. And right now we're in real mode. So there's a chance this may actually go down. Oh, look at that. It went down. Now it's going back up. It's going to go up and down a little bit. I'll let it get booted in and settled up and that, and then we'll get a final reading of the watt usage and see what it runs at. Well, I'll let the numbers speak for themselves. It ranges anywhere from about 35 watts on up to 50 watts or so, depending on what the machine is doing. The transition, as you see, caused a spike in processor usage and thus power. But that's it. It otherwise sits comfortably at about 35 watts, just jumping up for the transitions and back down to about 35 watts. There you go. 35 whole fucking watts, because old computers have got to use gobs and gobs of electricity. Old computers are never obsolete. Of course, we're not going to say anything about the screen itself, because that's LCD, and everybody already knows those are so efficient that it's using like no wattage at all, so we're not even going to bother testing that. Alright, it's all nestled back in. We'll hit the power button, shove it over there. We have life. We have life. Should be booting up. Oh yeah. Everything's just fitting perfectly. The noise just goes away, and you barely hear it. Alright, we are loading into Windows. Now, the machine is going to have to enumerate the USB hub that is built into the screen. There's a couple of ports there, so we'll find that eventually. And of course it's going to start my automatic backup, which it kind of needs at this point because it really doesn't have any of them. So there's all that, and I'm sure at some point or another the USB will be detected when the machine gets around to it and fucking feels like it. So that sucked. This series went on a lot longer than I wanted it to. I didn't count on the hard drive just crapping out like that, but it's fixed. Once again, I have fixed it. And within a minute or so, the pictures will start coming up, so we'll just wait for that, and that'll do. And we are certainly picturing. I love that kind. In a moment, there we go. Oh, it's a young Uncle Jay from 2004. So we're back up and running. Love that kind. Hated that it went down, but anyway, it's back up and running. And now the Lion can watch the pictures roll by. Thank you for watching. Make sure you click like, make sure you click subscribe, and take care. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.